Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily English Talk. I'm Emma, and I'm here with my co-host, Eric.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eric, and today we're exploring a super useful topic: vocabulary, phrases, and expressions for navigating the airport. If you love this episode, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, or post it on social media.
Absolutely. Spread the word. Let's dive into everything you need to know about airports and flying.
So, Emma, what's the first step when you arrive at the airport?
You check in. This means confirming your flight, getting your boarding pass, and dropping off any checked luggage.
Exactly. You can check in online at self-service kiosks or with an airline agent at the check-in counter. At the counter, you'll show your passport or ID for domestic flights, and they'll give you your boarding pass. If you have checked bags, they'll weigh them, tag them, and send them off, hopefully to the right plane.
Good point. A quick tip. Always check the airline's baggage policy online before you pack. Each airline has rules about the size, weight, and number of bags you can bring. If your bag is too heavy or too big, you might have to pay extra fees, which can be a nasty surprise at the airport.
So true. At the check-in counter, you'll hear phrases like, "May I see your passport?" Or, "Do you have any checked bags?" Knowing these phrases will boost your confidence.
Totally. Next comes the part some people dread: security checks.
Yeah, it can feel overwhelming, especially with kids or lots of carry-ons. You'll empty your pockets, remove electronics from your carry-on bag, take off your shoes and belt, and follow the rules.
Here's a pro tip. Keep liquids in a clear plastic bag and avoid heavy jewelry to speed things up. After passing through the scanner, you grab your stuff, put your belt and shoes back on, and you're done.
What a relief when that's done. Once you're through security, you're airside. That's the secure area of the airport where your boarding gate is located, along with shops, restaurants, and duty-free stores, where you can buy things like perfumes or chocolates without taxes.
Airside is where you can finally relax a bit. You might grab a coffee, browse the shops, or even visit a lounge if you have access. But don't get too carried away shopping. You need to stay updated on your flight status.
Absolutely. One of the best ways to stay informed is by checking the flight information displays. These are the big screens in the terminal that show real-time details about departures, arrivals, gate numbers, and any delays or cancellations.
Nice one. Also, keep your ears open for announcements over the airport's public address system. Airlines often share important updates, like gate changes or early boarding, through these speakers. For example, you might hear, "This is a boarding announcement for Flight XY456 to Paris. Please proceed to Gate 25.
Speaking of boardings, most airlines start boarding about 30 to 45 minutes before the plane's scheduled departure time. Check your boarding pass for your zone number or boarding group, which tells you when it's your turn to board. Arrive at your gate early with your boarding pass and ID ready, especially for international flights where they might check your passport again.
Totally agree. Being early is key. But even when everything seems to be going smoothly, problems can pop up. Your flight might be delayed because of bad weather, mechanical issues, or even a late crew member. In worst cases, flights get canceled, which can throw your plans into chaos.
Or overbooking when airlines sell more tickets than seats, expecting some passengers won't show up. They'll ask for volunteers to take a later flight with compensation, like money or a hotel stay.
If not enough people volunteer, some might get bumped, meaning they're moved to a later flight. Quick question for our listeners. Have you ever had a flight delay? Think about how you describe it in English.
Assuming everything goes smoothly when your zone number is called, you'll show your boarding pass and sometimes your passport for international flights, then walk through a jet bridge, that tunnel connecting the gate to the plane.
Unless, you have to take a shuttle bus to the plane, which always feels like extra hassle to me. I once got stuck on a crowded bus in the rain, not my best travel moment.
Oh, I feel you. Here's a cultural tip. In some countries, passengers line up super early to board, forming neat queues. In others, it's a bit more chaotic, with everyone rushing to the gate. Be prepared for different boarding styles depending on where you're traveling. Also, boarding usually closes 15 to 20 minutes before departure. If you're late, you might hear your name called over the speakers, like, "Final call for passenger Lily Smith at gate 10.
That happened to me once. So embarrassing. I was grabbing a coffee and almost missed my flight. Once you're on board, the cabin crew, that's the flight attendants, will help you find your seat. You'll stow your carry-on in the overhead compartment and get settled.
On long flights, airlines often provide a blanket, pillow, headphones, and a seatback screen for watching movies, listening to music, or playing games. But in economy class, it can feel a bit cramped, with limited legroom and seats that don't recline much.
During takeoff, you'll fasten your seatbelt and listen to the safety announcement, which explains things like how to use the oxygen mask or life vest in an emergency. Once the plane is in the air, you can relax, read a book, watch a movie, or connect to Wi-Fi if the plane offers it.
On longer flights, you'll usually get an in-flight meal or snack. I'm not a big fan of airplane food, so I skip it and bring my own snacks.
I'm with you on skipping the meals. I used to nap anywhere, buses, terminals, you name it, but now I only sleep on overnight flights to recharge a bit.
Before landing, fasten your seatbelt again, raise your tray table, and upright your seat. The crew checks everything's ready.
Once the plane reaches the gate, it's like a race. Everyone unbuckles and grabs their bags from the overhead bins to exit quickly.
Then you walk through the airport to the baggage claim area to pick up any checked luggage. This can take a while, sometimes 30 minutes.
If you're traveling internationally, you'll need to go through customs and immigration first. This is where officials check your passport, visa, and any items you're bringing into the country. You might be asked, "What's the purpose of your visit?" Or, "Do you have anything to declare?" It can be quick, but sometimes it takes hours. I once waited 3 hours after an 8-hour flight. Exhausting.
That sounds rough. Once you're through customs, grab your bags and head to your destination.
Oh, one more thing. What if your luggage doesn't show up at baggage claim? That's called lost luggage, and it's a traveler's nightmare. If it happens, go to the airline's lost and found desk near baggage claim. They'll ask you to describe your bag and file a report. Most bags are found within a day or two, but it's a good idea to pack essentials like clothes and toiletries in your carry-on, just in case.
Such a smart tip. Another scenario to watch out for is if you have a connecting flight. Check your boarding pass for the gate and time of your next flight, and make sure you have enough time to get there, especially if you need to go through security or immigration again.
Yes, and always double-check the layover time. If it's less than an hour, it might be tight, especially in a big airport.
Wow, you're a pro traveler.
We hope you enjoyed this lesson on airport and flying terms. If you did, give us a thumbs up on YouTube and try using one new phrase next time you travel.
Thanks for joining us today. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.